Well, I was working on my game and I saw these scrollable items in here. You see, if you drag it down, it goes up again, and if you drag it up, it goes down at its position. So you see that? I want to show you how you can do it in GameMaker. So without any further ado, let's begin. Hi, I'm Navid Ansari, and in this video we're going to talk about how we can implement a scrollable list of buttons or sprites or whatever you want. So in here I create a project in GameMaker. It has a room, an object, and a sprite of a button. You can see it. It is a simple button. In object, you can see that in create of that I get the width of a window. I get a height of the window and the height of the sprite of this sprite and the space between each button. After that we did go to draw, and with a for loop I create 49 of this sprite that I did show you. With draw sprite, the instance is 0 because it's just the one, and the screen width divided by 2, it put it in the middle of the window, and the y, that is the y of this sprite each time that we created. It start from 1 to 49 because it doesn't have equal in here, so it goes from 1 to 49. And in here we say button height divided by 2 plus a space between them multiplied by I. First time I is 1, so this will be the position of the first item. Second time that this loop go through is I is 2, and the position of second item will be 2 multiplied by this button height divided by 2 plus space between them. If we add this object to our room like this, I added here, and if you run it, you can see that all the objects will be drawn on the window in here. But you can see just 10 of them in here because the display is not big enough to show 49 buttons in this window. So we should add our scrollable effect to these buttons so we can scroll through them. I did, like all of my video, I did create a object and a script. It make it easy and fast for you to implement a scrollable list to your game. Just go to marketplace, and in here search for a scrollable, and the second one is a scrollable that I did create and upload to marketplace, and in here you can see my name, so you should add this to your account. And after you add this to your account, just go to GameMaker, go to marketplace, my library, and you see a scrollable is here. If you don't see it in here, just click refresh in here. After that, just download it and import it to your project. You see, I did create a whole project, but what you need is this object, a scrollable. Just hold control and go to a script, and you need this scr scrollable as well. So you need these two. Add it to your project, click import, and everything is set up. First thing to do, just add this OBG scrollable to your room. When you add it, just go to your marketplace, go to create, and in here write scr set first item position. First input that you should put in here is the object scrollable that you added to your room. So this object OBG scrollable that you import from marketplace. So we say OBG scrollable. Why I did this? Because maybe in one room you want to have 2 or 3 scrollable lists. So For doing that, you should just copy this obj scrollable in here and rename it, and you can use it multiple times. Just copy and paste it, rename it, and add it to your room, and you can have 2, 3, or whatever number of a scrollable list that you want. Next input that we should put in here is the first item position. I want to set it as 0, and after that save it, go to draw. In draw, you see we have 14, we draw 49 button. We want a last item position, so where we can get it after this for loop finished its work, you can go down and say scr set last item position, the object that we added, a scrollable, and the position of the last item is yy. Okay, you can see it in here, and you can put it in here. There is one step more to do. We should change y position of the button when they scroll up or scroll down. So in here, just for the y position, just write plus scr get scrollable data, and for the input you should give it the object that we added in our room, obj scrollable. So that's all you should do. When we run it, there is a scrollable effect in here. You see a scrollable list, and it worked fine. But you see the last item, the half of this last item is appear. So for the last position in here, for setting the last position, just plus it by this button height divided by 2. So now if we run it, you can see that you can scroll through all of this button. And if we change the height of the room, everything should work fine as well. So click play again after you change the height of the room, and you can see that everything working fine as well. If you change it again, and if you run it again, and you can see that you can scroll through all of this button as well. Let's just go here. If we change these to like 100, it will still work, and it's bug free, and you can use this object to all of your games, and it works fine. And you can see that you can scroll through all of these 100 button as well. That's it. That's all you need to do to have a scrollable list. Please, if you have any question about this, just leave it in the comment. I will make a video about it in no time. Please, for motivating me to create this kind of video more, just hit that subscribe button, like button, or bell button, so it will motivate me to create videos like this. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.